I'm your Tantric sex coach, Vajra Fatih. And today I'm going to talk about how to do the solo practice or the so-called Tantric masturbation. Tantra, in the end of the day, is suggesting to make love in a way that we open our heart, we connect deeply with our partner, and we have a spiritual experience. But if you are not experienced, this is not going to be easy at all. Therefore, we practice on our own. I hope that makes sense. So instead of practicing with a partner, of course, if you have a partner, you will start to practice with your partner. Who else will you practice with? But I suggest, even for guys who have a partner, to do a solo practice. And if you don't have a partner, go full on with a solo practice. Do it 3 times a week. And your goal in the solo practice is to extend the session. Make it as long as possible. And also relax as possible as well. The main rule to start with this is to set up the environment. You need to be alone, completely isolated. Better to turn off your phone, put it on flight mode, lock the door. You are in your bedroom, you're not rushing in a bathroom or a shower or something like that. You just lean back, lay in your bed, and you are the king. You just want to pleasure yourself. You want to give yourself this great time where you're feeling amazing. It's a gift for yourself. And there's no shame around it. You embrace your pleasure completely. You embrace your sexuality completely. Maybe set up some music, put on some candles or incense. Make it ritualistic. Rituals are very important in Tantra. It's going to support your experience where you transcend normal way of perception. You transcend the regular way of having sex. Find some instrumental music, some meditative music, and put on some candles, some dim lights. So you just go into the mood, man. Just go into the mood and start pleasuring yourself. And if any sense of rushing comes up, like you want to just go fast, or some shame or some emotions come up, they're probably from your past. Probably when you were masturbating when you were a teenager, you had some trauma, you had some pressure. Oh, my mom is going to come, I need to rush, or something like that. So let all these things come up, these thoughts, these emotions, and just vomit them out. Just whatever they are, that's okay. You're just cleaning your mind from these things. You're learning solo practice, aka Tantric masturbation, and this is going to empower you very, very much. And I will tell you why in the end of this video. How to do it, how to do exactly this technique. You start stimulating yourself, and you stimulate yourself to a higher point where you're close to the point of no return. But you don't cross that point of no return, which means you're gonna ejaculate if you do so. So you need to kind of understand your level of pleasure, have a scale. For example, let's say 10 out of 10 is already the peak of your pleasure. 9 out of 10 is your point of no return. So you come up until 8, not further than that, because that's kind of like the risky place. So you want to just control your ejaculation by controlling your pleasure and controlling your pace. So you got to be very, very aware as you can, and as willful as you can. So I'm not going to come. Whatever happens, I'm going to control myself. I'm not going to ejaculate. So from 8, you start going down a little bit, like to 7 or 6, where you lose your erection maybe slightly, but not so much. After 6 or 5, you start stimulating yourself again and go higher. But again, stop at 8. We don't want to cross point of no return. And then chill out again, relax again, slow down, and then stimulate again, come up to the point of 8, and then chill out again. And do this 3 times, minimum 3 times, so that your brain learns how to not come or how to extend the lovemaking without ejaculation, without exploding. I know it's going to be challenging in the beginning, but if you keep doing it, if you keep doing it day after day and week after week and month after month, you will feel that it's going to be easier. And then when you come with your partner, it's going to be easier to last longer at least to last longer. Maybe you will come in the end again, you will ejaculate with your partner. That's okay if you're beginning, if you don't have very strict rules about Tantra, that's okay. Just try this Tantric masturbation. It's going to help you very much with your love life. Now I'm going to share with you some extra techniques that will help you with this process. The first one is, imagine you're driving a manual stick car, okay? It's not automatic, it's manual gears. If you haven't driven such a car, maybe read about it, try to learn about it, because it's a great metaphor. When everything is okay, like you're going full power, you're in a high gear, like the third gear or the fourth gear. But if your pleasure is going up and you're coming close to the point of no return, you need to slow down. But how much you need to slow down? It depends on your pleasure level. It depends on your control. Or it depends how steep the hill you're driving. Let's say you're on the fourth gear, you need to bring it down to the third gear, which is just to slow down. By the way, you can use exactly the same technique during lovemaking as well. So you're in your partner, you're penetrating her, and it's too much pleasure and you need to find a way to extend it, just slow down. If slowing down doesn't help you, you need to reduce the gear one more. You need to slow down one more level. And that is to change the penetration angle. If you're going in like this, maybe you need to change your direction of penetration. Or if you are very deep inside of her, you need to come back a little bit, okay? Come to the surface. Or maybe you're too much in the surface and it's giving you a lot of pleasure, you need to go to the deep, near the cervix, okay? You just need to experiment and see what works for you. Again, in the solo practice, you just need to slow down. Sometimes you need to stop. Maybe just from 4 to 3 or 4 to 2nd gear is not good enough. You need to come down to the first gear. The steep is very, very strong, and your car needs to be strong. So you need to really take the full control, which means to stop, and that's okay to stop. Sometimes our partners will say, don't stop, just go on. I know it's tricky, it's challenging, but on the long term, you will be able to keep going without stopping. But in the beginning, you need some compassion from your partner to learn this tantric way of having sex. And of course, these solo practices will help you very much to rewire your brain. Another technique that will help you very much, a very simple technique, is to take a big breath, okay? Take as much air as you can and hold it as long as you can. When you're holding your breath, it is impossible to ejaculate, okay? So you take a big breath like this, and you hold it as long as you can. Don't exhale. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute if you can, and you can keep going. You can keep stimulating yourself. It will not be possible to ejaculate when you're holding your breath so good. Another technique that will help you very much is to be aware of your feet and squeeze your feet, maybe flex your feet or push them towards the bed, like as strong as you can. Use all your muscles of your feet. Grab the floor, grab the bed, okay, as much as you can. Or flex them, flex the fingers upwards. That's gonna help you a lot with controlling your ejaculation, okay? This can be a very good technique to control it. Another one that will help you very much is to relax your anus, to relax your perineum, okay? Because the pressure in your pelvic floor will trigger the ejaculation. So you wanna feel your anus, the muscles around your butt, and the muscles, the PC muscle that is on the base of your body, perineum, okay? It's between the testicles and the anus. Both of these pieces of your body are responsible for your sex performance. So you just feel them, you squeeze them as strong as you can, and with an exhalation, you relax them as much as you can. So like in this speed, you squeeze both of these muscle groups and then hold them for 4 or 5 seconds and then relax slowly, maybe with voice. And then relax them as much as you can. Do it 2 or 3 times. You can do it just before lovemaking, just before solo practice, or during the solo practice or sex that you feel like, oh, it's too much pressure, too much tension. You just want to let go a little bit. It's very important to relax your butt. It's going to help you a lot. One of the most powerful techniques you can ever use is to use your voice, okay? Because the voice will help you to move the energy upwards to your vocal cords. And also it's going to trigger your vagus nerve, which is very much responsible for relaxing your whole body and relaxing your prostate and relaxing, therefore, controlling the ejaculation. Relaxing the prostate will help you a lot. So use your voice. That will help you to relax your genitals, Okay, your penis, your prostate will relax. Make any sound that you feel is good. There's no rules here, okay? But if you want some inspiration, you can do vowels like ah, right? Could be pleasurable, like oh, like mmm. Any kind of voicing that comes naturally from your body that also connects you with your wild side, and that's going to help you relax, move the energy, activate the vagus nerve, and it's going to help you a lot. Now, all of this so far is the fundamentals of the solo practice, tantric masturbation, okay? Just take what feels good for you and apply them and start applying them on a regular basis. And when you're ready, when you want to challenge yourself more and you want to get more of this ejaculation control, I advise you to go to an intermediate level, which is to play with a toy. For example, a masturbator like this, Tenga Flip, that's a Japanese-made masturbation tool. It doesn't look like so, I know. Artificial vagina, okay? Or you can use Flashlight, it's another brand. There are other brands as well. Just find your brand, go online, do some research. Even Flashlight has a stamina training unit that is going to be very pleasurable. Any of these tools will be much more pleasurable than just masturbating with your hands. That will help you a lot because it's almost like real sex. So you have to be more careful, you have to be more aware, and it's going to be more challenging for you to control ejaculation. So in your solo practice, doing it with a toy like that is the next level. By the way, when you're using your hands, I recommend you to use coconut oil. Some organic coconut oil will help you very much. When you use a toy, you can't use an oil, so you need to use a lubricant, preferably a natural one, when you get a toy like that. The last point, you masturbated and you ended up without ejaculation. Okay, I know it sounds a little bit spooky, but this is the tantric way, and it's going to help you a lot with your mental health, with your physical performance, because you keep the sperm energy. It has amazing benefits. You know, I'm sure you heard of no-fap movement. Here we are not doing no-fap, we are masturbating, but without ejaculation. It has amazing benefits because you still have pleasure, your brain still releases those hormones and molecules, and you feel happier, and you don't lose the energy, and that's going to be amazing. The only downside to it is perhaps you're going to have some testicle pain, some blue ball syndrome. What you need to do here is to sublime the energy, move the energy, and this is very, very important because if you don't ejaculate for a very long time, and if you don't move the energy, it's going to be very hard on you. Your prostate is under risk. Some guys have huge problems with their prostate while they try to do no-fap, and they don't move the energy. So you must move the energy, either by Kundalini yoga or Qigong or Tai Chi or any kind of energy movement. I am releasing videos in this direction as well. I'm teaching you guys certain bandhas or asanas, some yoga postures. Especially the reverse postures like headstand is going to be amazing. So you can do tons of headstand. Just go online, find how to wait properly, do it on an empty stomach, and you're going to see that after such masturbation, if you just move the energy 10 minutes, 20 minutes every time, you're going to be not having any testicle pain, and you're going to feel amazing. I hope this has been useful for you, and if you want to learn more about Tantra or sexuality, just look at the description, and you can get my book on Amazon, or you can contact me directly for a free strategy call. Until next time, go be a beast.